How's it going, everyone? Liam Catterson here, and we're on episode number 11 of Firefly, which is called Trash. Last time was amazing, well, it wasn't so amazing for Mal, was it? But it was in the end, of course, where he was getting a bit bloodlust. Quite worrying, but I like a little bit of bloodlust. But it was just a really, really fun episode last time out. Probably up there in terms of out of gas, in terms of really, really quality episodes. Like, they've all been great episodes, don't get me wrong, but my favourite episode is Out of Gas, and I think, you know, Wall Stories has joined the fray there. But yes, Trash. I'm wondering if they've lost the catalyzer in the Trash. Well, if they've lost the catalyzer, then it's gonna be, you know, grim news once again. But, I'm wondering what's, you know, trash about this episode, or if they've lost something in the trash and they have to find it. I have no idea. Let's roll with it. It's episode 11 of Firefly. Let's go. Mal's naked. Oh no. They just took off one of his clothes, didn't they? Serenity.
Yeah. That went well.
Classic.
Alright, I got it. Don't.
Did Serenity just steal you from your clothes and then just swan off?
She just sort of swept me off my feet.
Why can't you just argue about it? Like, I would keep the beard. Like, I'm not shipping the beard from no
Don't
one.
begin to cover it. Al, I want you to meet my Bridget.
Oh, shit. This bitch.
As ice and dead crazy on top of it.
You're a liar, Malcolm Reynolds.
And I ain't never got to telling you his name.
Oh, you messed up.
Fine, be like that.
Damn you, Bridget! Damn you to hell!
You messed up, Bridget. Saffron, whatever you called.
You made me love you, and then you... I shaved off my beard for you, devil woman!
Yeah, it was a sacrifice. I wouldn't, though.
I offered you tea.
After inviting me into your shuttle of your own free will, which makes 2 events without precedent, which makes me more than a little skittish.
Just be nervous.
Now, if we can't be civilized and talk,
I'm plenty civilized. You're using wiles on me.
I'm using what?
Oh my
Your
god.
feminine wiles. Your
Maybe she's just
companion
being
training, or
polite.
some might say uncanny ability to make a
precedent,
man
though.
sweat.
Don't put all of this on me, Mal.
It's not like he's doing this deliberately. It
You
goes
know
where
you
the
haven't
word
been after
goes.
serious work.
Serious work?
Uh-oh. She's digging
You
herself
wanna
even
know
further.
If I...
What?
Nothing.
Oh!
I'm confused.
You're asking yourself if I've got the security codes, why don't I go and grab it for myself?
No, actually, I was wondering, what's she doing on the ship? Did she try to kill us?
Nobody died last time.
We're in space.
We nearly did!
How did she get here?
She hitched.
I don't recall pulling over.
Point is, this ain't no wobbly-headed dog.
love it.
This here's history.
I think Jane's tempted. The way he looked at Saffron when she offered
If she's
the
got
proposal.
security codes, why don't she just walk in and grab it herself?
See there? All you gotta do to be a rich woman, hun, is get over it.
Okay.
Oh, that was from watching.
I'm in.
That was from
Captain
what
says
you
you're
did
to
to
stay
watch.
put, doesn't want
Jane is a girl's name.
Jane ain't a girl. She starts in on that girl's name thing. I show her good and all. I got man parts.
I'm trying to think of a way for you to be cruder. I just
Yeah, that's
not
not.
come.
We're gonna get something like Simon's job
Good for landing.
when he was going to Ariel. I'll like that. Good.
Ready.
Just thinking they'd have to pretend to be husband and wife. Oh, those were the days.
Hamer's throwing a...
You sure you want someone else to have that, like, in lieu for money or whatever? That is a pretty gun. I was thinking, it might be a bit bold and noticeable as well. But what if they, you know, just went through the window? Puts the whole emphasis on in through the window.
Dino Ram, don't touch it!
He touched it!
Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Oh, she! Oh, look at that.
You!
Hello. Hello.
You found her. You brought back my wife.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Guess he wasn't useful anymore. I never stopped looking.
Oof.
I knew you wouldn't. That's the thought that kept me alive.
Miles just like, oh, for crying out loud. Great performance.
I've actually met your real husband.
Congratulations.
I thought she was going to knock him out again, or something like
else you want
that.
on your tombstone, you piece of crap?
Oh,
now
boy.
I'm intruding.
Oh?
Duran, this isn't what it looks like.
How long was he there?
Unless it looks like...
That's the pickup call!
Oh, look, yeah.
Can't reach it!
Oh, because she's so small!
Altitude, now!
Working on it, dear.
I mean...
Haley.
Of course she had to be small. Oh, boy.
Haley.
Nearly got it. There we go.
Oh.
Just in the nick of time. But she's so small!
That I would stay locked up here in the tower? With you?
He seems not...
I hoped.
You're a rutting fool.
I feel so... God damn it, Saffron. I don't know, he came in so gentle, and it's like, oh my god, I'm so happy he returned. And you can see it on his face, he looks like he's been stabbed in the gut.
Finish the damn job.
Damn it. He's actually smart, he's actually, yeah.
Men.
He outplayed you there, Saffron, so...
Duran.
Or Yolando, whatever.
Peaches.
No, now we're playing this
Just
sympathy.
call them off.
No, don't do this. Oh, shit, Mal! Go on, Mal! Nice. Toodles! Not happening. See, isn't this more fun? Running the alarms going off and all that.
Move. Nope.
Yeah.
Go.
Not happening. Not happening. Thing is, he's not that stubborn. He knows she will pull some kind of shit, so...
The man who knows you, still loves you, treachery and all. I can't have him walking about.
Complicated, isn't it? With
You must be loving this.
with that guy, like, there was that genuine attachment.
A little bit.
Can people ever change?
Depends on the person. I'm guessing the pain of this fades away.
Sure,
You'll
we
just
can
go
change.
back to being what you are.
Life is all about
What
change.
is that? Then I won't tell anyone how easily I got your gun out of your holster.
For God's sake! And there we go, he's gonna be on the planet
I'll take
stranded.
that as a kindness.
You just made.
I say
me
that's
the
that
most gullible
stubbornness,
fool I've
but
ever
here
met.
we are.
And
He's
that
not
makes you
stubborn.
special.
Well, you can.
It's so bad for Mal.
What?
Can't turn, not getting any tug from the aft alternator.
That don't make no sense. Unless...
She did something. God damn it, she's been known to sabotage ships before.
Now you better run!
I don't think she's gonna lose any sleep about humiliating you.
Oh! Where is it?
Oh, dearie me.
There!
Looking for this?
No, you can't do this!
I think she just did.
You're not gonna die, you big baby. The authorities will be here in a few hours to dig you out.
You can't do this! I have a condition!
Well, I think she just did. Good on Inara, though, for being the one to anticipate this and knew this shit show was gonna go down.
How much did they offer you to sell out me and River on Ariel?
He knew. Ooh.
That's crazy talk.
Then let's talk crazy.
Still suffer the punishment from
How much?
Ariel.
I don't care what you've done. I don't know what you're planning on doing, but I'm trusting you. I think you should do the same.
Bold stuff.
Because I don't see this working any other way.
Have some trust in Serenity, but bold stuff from...
Also, I can kill you with my brain.
Can she? I'm worried.
Wash?
Is
Take
he
us
gonna-
out of the world? So, contact Brenner and Ellison. See if they'd be interested in fencing a priceless artifact for us. What?
Eyes.
Hey.
They've seen some shit today. So yeah, that was a really... It was another fun episode of Firefly, of course, but it did, remind me of Ariel, mixed with Our Mrs. Reynolds, I believe. I think it's because of the inclusion of Saffron, or whatever her name is, of course. We got to know a few more of her names, as well as her marriages, of course. Especially one that really, I think, hit home the most for her. So, yeah, it was just very, very interesting seeing Saffron back in this episode, and causing mayhem, of course, and, Mal going along, Serenity, of course, going along with, her idea, of course, which she orchestrated at the beginning, but of course Mal kind of ruined that. But, he was right too, so, at least, with Saffron getting involved with, Serenity, at least Mal and everyone has an idea of what she's going to be like. That was kind of that was pointed out with Wash, and his hilarious reactions, why do we have her here? Still reeling from the back of the head, but, I can't blame him. I can't blame him at one bit. So it was just really, really hilarious stuff. But it was just really, really great to see how everything, went down. Like I said, it did remind me of Ariel. They even had the classic voice over the heist with the two different, time, differences things. The plan, of course, and then executing the plan. But it was just really, really fun nonetheless. It didn't feel cheap or anything. It felt really, really fun, especially, seeing Mal and Saffron, together, because I think they've got great chemistry despite, them two at odds, of course. But you've got a reason to be, especially if she stabbed you in the back. No, I definitely do think, them two have really, really good chemistry, and I think that's, branched out further, from Our Mrs. Reynolds now that we've got more of an opportunity for, Saffron's true nature to be shown, of course, whereas half of the episode, of course, she played that deceiving role, and then we got to know her true colours. But now that she's returned and we get to know a bit more about her, it's really, really interesting to see, her true intentions, collide with Mal. So it's just really, really great stuff. So, of course, she got a bit upset when, the whole, I think his name was Duran, I think it was, yeah. With the whole situation with Duran, of course, and, how he felt affection for her, that 6-year marriage thing. I don't think that was orchestrated, despite, Saffron turning on Mal after, that, thing, of course. After that speech about, her feelings and all that, and Mal thinking, there might have been that legitimacy of, her actually caring for him. And I think that remains true. Yeah, she did, leave him stranded in the desert, of course, which was really, I'll get onto that in a minute. But I think, 6 years is a hell of a long time, for Saffron's line of work. So I think there was that commitment. And I think that was then again, she is a master of deception, I guess, but I think that dejection when they, boarded after, taking the pistol, of course, or putting the pistol in the trash, should I say, I think that expression was legitimate. So I wouldn't see this as a sob story for when, she actually felt hurt. I think she legitimately did feel hurt. So I just really, really love that there is, like, that, I guess, hope. I do feel so bad for Duran, of course, but, there is that, I guess, hope. I think that's the best way I can put it, really. Like, cause of course she goes around parading against everyone else's wife and, plays them, but, you know, there's that one person where cause she even said she tried to make it work, but of course, like you said, like I said, you could take that as, you know, manipulation, but I don't think it was. I think that was, I think, especially with the fact that she, you know, broke down in front of Mal, I think that says something, like, I don't think she would play it as that, play it that much if she wasn't being legitimate about her, connection to Duran. So I really, really like that there's like that one opportunity, that one hope, but it was really, really sweet to see, of course, especially the kind of the standoff that we got, of course, but your heart did feel for Duran, of course, when he found out the truth, of course, but, Jane, of course, nearly killing himself, I guess, with that, trash operation. I do love how, you know, Kaylee's shortness did play it. I'm gonna sound cruel, but her shortness did play it at a kind of a disadvantage. She got there in the end, though, so it's all well and good, but, it was cute to see, and it just highlights how much of a special little cherub that Kaylee is. But, of course, it was really, really great seeing Simon and, River, of course, know that he was going to screw them over. Of course, River must have, you know, used her mental powers, of course. Scary stuff, though. I can kill people with my brain. I'd love to see, you know, that in... But then again, she kind of did. She technically did. I was like, really? I was thinking, you know, implode the brain rather than, you know... Well, she didn't, really. But she did, in a sense, because she used perception. Because, going back to, Ariel, where she shot those 3 people, of course, I don't think she used her sight. So technically she did kill with her mind, but I'm thinking more imploding, blood running out the nose, all that kind of shit. But I really love the idea, I love the fact that, of course, they picked up, because River's got that mental ability anyway, so I'm thinking it would be a bit off if, you know, she didn't identify that that Simon and River was going to be at risk, of course, but, it's great that, you know, Simon had that confrontation at the end, of course, and, yeah, I mean, the ramifications still dealing to this day, so I really, really like that continuation, Jane paying for his crimes, cause, you know, you might think it's water under the bridge with, you know, Mal letting him live, but it's still a pretty big thing to attempt, you know, trying to screw over your team, and especially since River and Simon are on the run, it should have big ramifications throughout, so I'm glad that they're still doing that, but of course I just love that scene at the end with Simon, leaving him immobilized, so it was really, really great stuff. And of course, I want to, you know, reflect back to the desert, Mal. I just love the fact, though, he has so much pride. Like, he was like, I might be naked, but you know what? We did this. We got the pistol, so I can't complain. Wash's reactions, though, I just loved it throughout this episode, from bringing Saffron on and, you know, thinking, what the hell? To seeing Mal, you know, naked. He's just like, he's just not responding today. No, I just really, really loved, you know, Inara showing up as well, like, being the one to, you know, kind of put a surprise to Saffron. It was just really, really great, of course. Like, Saffron didn't expect it throughout, and, I think it all goes back to her getting her hands a bit dirty, of course, because, of course, she had that discussion with Mal, which I thought was really, really great early on about, you know, how she planted the idea to Mal that, you know, this avoiding client stuff was deliberate. But it was just really, really great to see, you know, Inara get the upper hand, of course, and then leave her be until, you know, the feds do pick her up, of course. But it was just really, really great stuff for Inara, getting her hands dirty and helping out Mal. I do still wish they would push that ship a bit further, but I think with the fact that, you know, Mal called her a whore, like, for the first time, since, of course, that incident with, back in episode 4, I think it was. Was it? Yeah, it was. I think since that, it's gonna be put on hold for a bit longer if you've got any hope on a ship with, Mal and Inara, so, that's a bit of a bummer, but, hey, I do think they have, you know, that really, really great connection, so I really, really love, you know, their scenes so much. But it was just really, really fantastic, like, of an episode, as they all are. Like I said, I mean, this did pick up a lot of, bases from Ariel and, our Mrs. Reynolds with the inclusion of Saffron, of course. And they kind of mixed it in together, but it didn't feel cheap. It felt really, really great, and I just really, really, you know, loved it. And I think with, you know, Serenity's line of work, of course, I think you're bound to get even if this went on for a couple of more seasons, like it should have, you're bound to get a few repeat episodes, a few repeat scenarios, not episodes, but a few repeated scenarios through, the show, so, it's not like, I don't know, Doctor Who, where, you know, you can come up with something idealistic and, you know, the Doctor, you know, has to keep a low profile. I mean, he does, but it's not like, oh, these people are after him and, you know, if he causes a big ruckus, poof, yeah, here we are. So, yeah, it's kind of like that. I mean, the Doctor does keep a low profile anyway, or tries to, but he is okay with his name getting picked up a few times, of course. So yeah, I really, really loved this episode, and it was really, really fun stuff, especially with Saffron back, and especially her complications with her marriage, of course, and how that kind of affected her encounter with Duran, of course, and how we saw emotion from her. It was really, really great stuff, and I just enjoyed this episode so much. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Oops. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!